Happy Sunday. We are building an engine test run stand, and I'm burning some metal. This is going to be the front bracket. Oops. Slides. These would be my wheels, that frame, and we'll be able to test the motor. Okay, we're continuing. Getting the stand built. Getting the arms for the radiator and the control panel welded on. All right, it's coming along. Engine test run stand. Slowly but surely. Cutting out the gauge cluster. All right, we're laying down some coating on the sections that are already done on this thing. We're using Seymour bed liner, and this stuff's a lot better than your typical what you'd buy at the store from the other, Krylon and the other companies. It's got a good wrinkle finish, and it finishes pretty solid. So got some more metal. We'll be working on a few other things tomorrow. We got our radiator in and looking good, and the fuel cell, $65 on actually $55 on eBay or Amazon, and $200 for that radiator. So good deal, not bad at all. So we'll get working on that tomorrow. All right, Super Bowl Sunday. Rainy and shitty here in Western Washington. But we're getting some work done before the big game. So, got the heat going. And we got the radio. We got the stand up on its hiney here. We are welding in my radiator mount, and next will be mounting the fuel cell, and then the gauge package up top, and then lastly a couple extra bracing brackets, and then my arms for the front of the motor, and we'll just kind of see how that lays out. But we are getting close. A little change of plans. First of all, I got my panel built here. Decided I'm going to extend this thing. So I cut it. Here's my front section. What I'm going to do is some thicker insert tube, extra foot. I'll insert, then I'll weld and plate it. And I think it's going to be a lot better being longer. I want more space in the front between the fan and the water pump. I should have thought of that before, but measuring the motor here, I've decided to go that route. So a little extra work, not much, but I think it's gonna be well worth it. Problem is I got a couple sections of metal I need to go buy. All right, we got some funky 70s music going here. Reminds me riding my mom's Mustang in the early 70s when I was very young. So we just finished welding the extension, and we got our some fresh undercoat or bed liner paint just to keep the metal covered, so it's just rough, but it looks good. So we ordered a I remember 810 AN fittings, fuel line. We got some wire. We went with, instead of buying expensive battery cable line, shit, for 18 bucks at Harbor Freight, I got 6-gauge jumper cables, and I'll just peel those back, cut the tips off, and use that as my cable line. A lot cheaper than paying $5 or $6 a foot for that stuff. So next step is get the gauge panel, start wiring, and that's about it. Oh, actually, and then my other project I'm doing right now is this guy. We just bought this Can-Am Maverick Sport, and I just put a power flip, really cool windshield, roof rack, roof, just getting this door back together, these Tusk uppers. But the coolest thing about this thing is Razorback Outdoors makes this. It's the only slider I have found that are for these, but what's really cool is, look at this tray. That's what's cool about having this window come out like that and not come straight down like so many of them do. So we're looking forward to getting this thing out. Maybe even take a trip down to Moab, or who knows. So, all right, we'll get started on this panel. Okay, we'll see ya. So looking around the shop for some just different stuff. Found some windlace for the corners. This shit I'd never use, so. All right, we're about ready to drill here. We're gonna put in the panel on-off switch for the battery. Spent the last 2 weekends building this engine test run stand. My mechanic, Jim Rivers, suggested I do it. No, we actually were just saying, wouldn't it be cool to have one? So I did everything. The only thing I bought was this that was assembled. Well, it wasn't assembled. We got an on-off switch. Let's see, we got fuel cell, battery, radiator, fan. I pretty much think I got it wired, got my fuse block. We haven't hooked up all accessories yet. This will be for running my the front of the motor mount there. I just got to build the arms for a small block, and so there it is. Pretty proud of myself.